Alright, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Alright, I just want to get on real quick and talk to y'all. You know how we do. Um, I've been thinking and figuring out what's going on with me, and I feel like the fear of being seen is real, but it just seems so like cliche or like a statement that's just said, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense, but for some reason it don't really hit, but there's truth to it. And like I feel like it's stopping me from a lot of things. Um, I've been wanting to do content for forever. Been wanting to stream, showing my face and all these things, and for some reason I feel like I just stopped myself. Like today I wanted to go work out and I kinda wanted to stream. And at first I was nervous because I'm like, I don't want people knowing where I live. You hear that growing up on the internet. Don't want people knowing where you live. You don't want to get doxxed. You don't want to get all these things happening to you. So I'm like, damn, how can I still put myself out there without putting myself in jeopardy? And then I was like, I really don't like how my body look on camera. Um, and I'm like, but I mean, if I'm vlogging or streaming like my progression with my health, then I have to show where I'm at right now. So I kind of got over that, and then I was like, damn, like I don't want them to see my face. And then I had to sit with that, and I was like, why? And I was like, because I don't feel beautiful, to be honest. Like I feel like I'm just not used to seeing my face. I think for a long time, like I just stopped looking at mirrors. You come from being and feeling beautiful to like looking in the mirror and seeing how life did you. And there's a part of me that's like crushed about it because things have changed. My face has gotten fatter. I'll say bigger, longer. I don't know the science behind that. Um, I definitely look a lot more masculine. And I feel like that's the energy I'm putting out there too. But I just don't feel like a bad bitch, to be honest. And I don't want to hide that from the people that love me or support me or people that feel the same way. We can go through this together, but I also I don't know, I think I'm just kind of like real personal, and I don't want the bad parts of me being on display because it'll, like, I don't know, it just does something, like having it on display, and then, even though, like, you work through it and you get through it, it still feel like that's proof of who you were. And then people can take that and like now that becomes the face of you, even though you might have changed. So it's just weird. It's weird thoughts. And to be honest, I don't really know how I could combat that. I don't really know how to do it. Really, just to push through it, and I get that. But imagine like burying yourself on the internet and then not having nothing to show for it. And then now I have 5 to 10 people who might have seen me in this state, and that's it. And that's the fear I think of being a content creator is like you're being raw. I won't say for no reason, but you're being raw and real. Well, that's if you do lifestyle content. You're being raw and real, and like there's no payoff yet. you know. And so you kind of feels pointless. But then I catch myself in this loop where I'm like, okay, well, I'll just get my shit together and like work out and do all this shit. And then when I feel confident, I'll come back or I'll, pick up the camera. But then it's like, that takes forever. It takes a minute to do. And so now you've not done nothing for 5 to 10 years, And there's like a level of perfectionism, maybe, that is hidden beneath all this. And I know where that stems from. Definitely from my upbringing, from feeling like I have to be perfect to pursue my dreams, even just to pursue them. It's really rare that I feel like I was ever praised for the mess ups or the failures, or, you know, supported through the stumbles. Just kind of like you have to just know how to do it. And now I'm at a point where I don't. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do a lot of things, but I know how to do a lot of things. But for the things that I want to do, like I haven't went through the pruning process of like making the mistakes to get better. And so I think I stopped myself from making those mistakes. So because in my head it doesn't add up logically that the mistakes are good things. You know what? I'm gonna title the video this: "Mistakes are good things." Because I think that's the underlying thing that's really gonna save it all. Is just know mentally like it's okay to make mistakes, but it's I don't know. I don't know. Like, I want to set my camera up. I want to stream. I want to work out. I want to, get on camera. But I don't want to be focused on the content I'm doing. And then people are only focused on how I look. And that also comes from my upbringing, too. Because I feel like always being, like, stared at. Always being, like, somebody depicting your every move. Everything you wear, everything you eat, everything you do, everything you say. And then now having put myself willingly in that position to a bunch of random people. Like that throws me. That is something I'm like, that don't even make sense for real. But I have to kind of put myself in that if I want to do the thing I want to do. And I've done the corporate. I've done corporate. I've been in it for years, and I'm unhappy there. I'm unfulfilled. And I do my, creativity, and I love it. But then, you start to feel the pressure of it all, and I don't know. I kind of asked God, like, what to do, and I feel like God's told me many a times, like your gifts are going to carry you. But it's just for some reason, it's like that trust that, like, okay, it's the trust of that it will carry me, but also, like, which gift? When you're somebody who's gifted and talented in so many things, it's like, well, which one is it? And then you don't want to pour too much into one, but then I guess the whole thing too of that is like, you get poured into, and then eventually, or you pour into your gifts, and eventually the path will start to unclear itself. You know what I'm saying? The path will start to, maybe if you spend all this time on one thing, and then you trust your gut to lead you to the next thing, and then eventually the path will start to unfold. The thing is, though, is you got to take a step. You got to take a step. You got to at least put your feet on the pavement. And that's hard when there's so many ways to do that. There's so many ways to put your feet on the pavement these days. But, yeah, I just wanted to get on here and, have our daily talk. Just talk about what's on my heart. And I can't make no promises, but I definitely want to try. So, I guess that way I'm not asking for permission, but I'm requesting y'all be gentle with me, be easy with me, because I really do them. I really do want to do content. I really want to do all these things. Then oh my God, I also hate sounding like one of those people that, like, I don't know, sometimes when you hear people, I guess especially my generation, when you would hear people talk about doing content, all this stuff, you look at it like not a real job, or like, okay, you just chasing dreams. And like you're chasing unrealistic aspirations, and I think I am. I think I am. I don't know if it's unrealistic, but it's definitely an aspiration that, not a lot of many people do. But I mean, a lot of people become doctors, and people fight for that career. Not a lot of people become lawyers, and people fight for that career. Not a lot of people become electricians. People can't pass certain tests and do something. And it's all a fight, to be honest. So, shit, some people want to be licensed therapists and licensed auto insurance. And people can't get their license. They can't pass the test. So, all of this shit is a challenge for real. But, you know, I think a part of me has always had a dream of, no, I know for a fact, part of me has always had a dream of wanting to be a superstar. But I think as I got older and times have changed, and I start to see that social media is becoming a thing, and a part of me really wanted to become that. I wanted to hold a camera and have a community and talk to people and stuff, but I just never seen it as real in a way, like a real dream, or maybe I just never fully. It's like I was always picking up the camera for something that I didn't truly know if I could do or truly believe in, to be honest. So I would spend all this money on, I have equipment, I have all kind of stuff for a dream that I don't know if I could really achieve, only because it seems so far out of reach, and it also just seems so off, like off the plan in a way, or like just like off. I can't explain it for real. But like it just seems like it's not like a random thing to do, And I feel like we judge people for that. Like, oh, you picked up a random hobby, you're doing random stuff. You're not trying to build stability and wealth. Now you're doing random stuff that's like knocking you off. And I feel like for me growing up, that really wasn't an option. When you're living in survival, like you got to pick the thing that's sure, that's going to give you the results, that's going to bring you stability and safety. You don't really got time to go out there and try something just for the fun of it. And it's crazy because I come from a family that's like that, though. My family betted on them going for this wild dream and then finding success in it. And then somehow I got taught to be more strict about myself. And so here I am, battling the internal, I don't know why the word sickness comes up, but battling this internal sickness that's not mine. I've always wanted to do things and be things, but I feel like I was brainwashed to believe that you gotta pick something surely. I don't know. So this ain't a video to tell y'all I'm about to start, but I kind of want to tell y'all I'm about to start, but I don't want to make no promises. I think I'm just bearing my heart, just documenting like the thought process. But yeah, I definitely want to try. I really want to try. Like, I really want to try. And see, I feel like this is the perfect time. I got responsibilities. Let me not say that, but I ain't got no kids. I mean, even if you have kids, you probably still could go for things, right? I don't know. But I want to try. And I would love support around that. But I think it's kind of one of those things where like, okay, guys, I'm going to do it. Everybody just chill. I'm going to try. And that's how I feel in my head. I feel like, guys, everybody just chill. Like, I'm going to try. So, yeah, that's just why I got on here, to tell y'all I'm going to try. And I don't know if y'all feel the same way. Let's talk about it, because I don't have many people to talk to about this that kind of get it, and that also like has some way to give direction. So if y'all battling with it, let's talk about it. Let's help each other up, maybe. Or let's just talk about it. Let's just sit in it for a minute. Let's just sit in this feeling. Let's not ignore it or run from it. So, and then we just pray and hope that that does something to us spiritually to get us to take another step. And every day we just take more steps. And whether we end up big content creators or whatever, at least we took some steps in his life. At least we took some steps. So that's all I wanted to say. If you stayed for the whole thing, thanks. I appreciate it. I hope you feel me on that. And I hope that, I hope we can have some sort of discourse. But, yeah, I do hope you're having a great day. And I hope that, and I pray that this video makes you feel some sort of comfort to know that, like, I'm feeling it too. So, okay. See y'all tomorrow or another day whenever I post. Okay, bye.